What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we got predictions for Week 7 of the Team of the Week promo, which will be dropping tomorrow afternoon in MUT 25, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. I want to touch base on what to expect for the content tomorrow, because EA put out the content schedule for this week yesterday, and two really big changes are coming to Team of the Week starting at week number 7 tomorrow. Number one, packs are going to be returning to the store, so there was a lot of investment opportunity when it came to Team of the Week content weeks 1 through 6. That is out the window. Now that we're going to have Team of the Week specific packs in the game, it's not going to be as difficult to get those cards, to build out the sets, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they change the set requirements, because right now we're still going to be at 90 overall champions and potentially 91 overall LTDs. We haven't really seen any LTDs since the NFL season started, but I'll tell you why we might tomorrow in a moment. But for the set requirements, they lowered the number of specific Team of the Week cards that you needed to complete a champion set. Now that we're going to have Team of the Week cards in packs and specific packs for them, I wouldn't be surprised if they go to needing 5 Team of the Week cards to build out a set. I wouldn't be surprised if they require you to have specific cards from that specific week. And then again, they could also go like 3 Team of the Week cards and 2 wild cards. So a lot of uncertainty. I wouldn't really go out there and invest in anything right now, because we just don't know what to expect when it comes to pre-building these sets for Team of the Week. But after tomorrow, we'll definitely have a better idea of what to expect going forward. The other really big change, and it's not so much of a change, but a new addition to Team of the Week that was announced yesterday by EA, is that they are going to give players who had a good month of September, basically September Players of the Month. And I don't know if they're going to be going off of what the NFL selected or if they're going to be using their own criteria, but my guess is that we see 91 overall LTDs, 1 on offense, 1 on defense, that represent players who had a really good month of September. And if you take a look at the awards that the NFL actually handed out, you got guys like Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Aiden Hutchinson, Jared Verse, and I believe Jaden Daniels were the rookies of the month in September. So a lot of routes that they could go with that, but ultimately my prediction, and I don't know what players they're going to choose, but my prediction is that we get 1 offensive and 1 defensive LTD at a 91 OVR that are going to be the September Players of the Month. As far as the Week 7 guys go, let's go through these predictions. There's a few players, a lot of players from the Ravens, but because that game was a Monday night game, I don't expect many, or if any of them, to get a card. But the first guy we got to point out is Lamar Jackson. Now, because of MUT leaks, we know that he's actually going to be receiving a 90 overall quarterback card from the Most Feared promo either this Thursday or next Thursday. But I just wanted to mention the guy. He's not going to get a Team of the Week card because of that, but 281 passing yards and 5 passing touchdowns last night on Monday Night Football. Unfortunately, the same thing goes for Jared Goff, who right now is probably the MVP of the NFL season, the way he's been performing, especially over the last 3 weeks. The Lions are rolling right now. Goff in Week 7 had 280 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes, but because this past Thursday he just received a Most Feared card at an 87 OVR, I don't see them giving him another card in basically under a week span. And then the third quarterback is going to be Josh Allen, who, again, I think could end up getting a 91 overall LTD because he was so good in September. But in Week 7, in October, he had another good game as well. 323 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns for Josh Allen. So I think of all the potential quarterbacks that we could see get a card tomorrow, I think Josh Allen has to be the favorite. Eagles legend Saquon Barkley had quite the performance in Week 7 against his old team. Thank you, Giants. Thank you, Giants fans. 176 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. Probably could have had a couple more if it wasn't for the tush push. Now, he's not going to get a Team of the Week card, but what we can likely confirm here is that he is going to get a 90 overall Angry Runs card, because this morning on Good Morning Football, which is on NFL Network, they did the Angry Runs segment, and they did crown Saquon Barkley the winner of the Angry Runs Award for Week 7. So following last week with the Tyler Algier, this means Saquon's going to get a card that will likely be in packs on Thursday. They might move it up to Wednesday now that we're getting Team of the Week packs, so we'll have to wait and find out about that. But also, he's going to get that welcome pack player, in which you can use that upgrade token that you received in last week's welcome pack to upgrade him to a lower overall for free for 1 week until we get the next player. But good news for Eagles fans and Giants fans, we're going to have a 90 overall running back for the theme team tomorrow. Double good news for me as I run an Eagles and Lions theme team. Jahmyr Gibbs probably is going to get a 90 overall card as well. At least he certainly deserves one. A lot of good performances from running backs this week. Jahmyr Gibbs had 116 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. There's guys out there like Joe Mixon and of course Derrick Henry, who I didn't think was going to have a good game the way that game was going early on, and then he just absolutely exploded, found himself into the end zone as well. But Jahmyr Gibbs, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, and I think more impressive than anything, 7.7 yards per carry yesterday. That's really good. Well, I should say Sunday, not yesterday. So he could be a potential for a 90 overall champion. And then at wide receiver, we don't really have a lot of crazy performances. Again, because it was Monday night, Rashad Bateman probably won't get a card, but he was on the receiving end of one of those Lamar Jackson touchdown passes and had 121 total yards on 4 catches with that touchdown. The other candidate here is going to be George Pickens, who did get a Gridiron Guardians card not too long ago, but he and Russell Wilson had a really good day together there, or Sunday night, and Pickens had 5 catches for 111 yards and 1 touchdown. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised just on the offensive side if the only high OVR card that we see is Jahmyr Gibbs. I think we see 2 90 overall champions from the defensive side, and we got quite a few candidates. Again, another Ravens player, like everybody from that team played good yesterday. Roquan Smith finished the game with 18 total tackles and 1 forced fumble. He's due for an upgrade, but because it was a Monday night game, I don't think he's going to get one. Then we have Syracuse legend Zaire Franklin, who had himself a game, probably his best game of this season so far. 16 total tackles, 1 forced fumble. We got Sean Tucker last week as a Syracuse legend. Zaire Franklin, can we get a 90 OVR for him tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully he does get an upgrade. Another middle linebacker that had a great week 7, Eagles legend Nakobe Dean, who finished with 11 tackles and 2 sacks. So I think out of those 3 guys, Roquan, Zaire, and Nakobe Dean, I feel pretty confident that we're going to see some type of middle linebacker dropping in the game tomorrow. Now, I got 2 other players that I got to bring up. Actually, let's talk about Andrew Van Ginkel first. Already got a Team of the Week card this year. Seems like there's 2 players that anytime I see them on TV, they make plays. Andrew Van Ginkel, Max Crosby. If they're ever on normal TV, I'm not talking like Red Zone or anything, they're always on my TV making plays. Andrew Van Ginkel, 7 total tackles in week 7, 2 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. The biggest question here is, will they give him an upgrade considering he already has an 87 overall? And then we have Marlon Humphrey, another Ravens player. He got injured and wasn't able to finish the game, if I remember correctly here, but he did finish with 2 interceptions in week number 7. So all of those Ravens cards we mentioned, will one of them at least happen? We'll have to wait and see. And then I got 2 other players who literally don't have cards in the game, so we have to use generic photos that we found on Google. The first one is going to be from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Beanie Bishop, who finished week 7 with 2 interceptions. He was on the receiving end of one that hit Garrett Wilson right in the chest. Pretty lucky to be there in the right spot at the right time, but 2 interceptions for Beanie Bishop. And then another player in Jalen McCullough, who also had a week 7 with 2 interceptions for the Los Angeles Rams. And there you have it. Those are all of the candidates for week 7 Team of the Week cards in MUT 25. We'll probably get a teaser or 2 or a reveal or 2 on Twitter tonight. Full reveals tomorrow morning on GMM with that content hopefully being in game at 1:30 and not 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see on that as well. If there's anybody I snubbed, anybody that was not on the list that I left off, let me know down below in the comment section who should have been included. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.